So I wanted to create a little video on 6 things that can potentially lower your child's IQ. Now, a lot of this information is associated on what the female is exposed to or consuming right before and during the pregnancy, okay? Like a lack of iodine can drop the IQ by 12.4 points. So iodine is a trace mineral. So it's vital that a woman who's pregnant consume trace minerals to make sure that the growing fetus has everything it needs to develop into a healthy body. Number 2, not being breastfed can also affect the cognitive function, okay? When a child is fed infant formula filled with all these chemicals and sugars, that has huge effects on the growing brain. Even down here, we talked about high sugar diets. Well, high sugar creates insulin resistance, which can affect hypoglycemia and even cause the brain to be a little bit smaller than it should be. So breastfeeding is very, very important. Minimally 6 months, but up to 2 years or longer would be good. All right, number 3, childhood diabetes type 1. Okay, that has huge effects on the development of a growing brain, and it has effects of the cognitive function as well. We've already talked about insulin resistance and hypoglycemia, but diabetes in general can definitely affect the IQ. Now, I'm going to put some links down below on what I think that's causing diabetes type 1, which is autoimmune. You can check that out later. But this can actually affect the IQ. Number 4, lowered B12. B12 is essential in the development of the central nervous system and just the nervous system in general. So if there's not enough B12, it can affect the cognitive function. Okay, so number 6, exposure to certain chemicals, specifically phthalates, okay? And that can really affect the cognitive function, especially IQ. Okay, so this would be in certain plastic containers that you're going to hold your food in. You put the food that's hot in there. That heat melts some of the plastic. It goes in the food. It's also in cosmetics. It's in soaps, shampoo. It's in skin moisturizers. So we just need to be aware of what our children are exposed to and also what you're exposed to if you're actually pregnant. So one of the best things to do is make sure that you're taking the trace minerals. Make sure you take the B vitamins, okay? Get on a healthy keto plan, low sugars, a lot of high nutrient-dense foods. And that way we can maximize the intelligence and the cognitive function of your children. So I hope you're coming to the Keto Health Summit coming up in October. So I want to quickly comment on what we're going to do that's different from other conventions, okay? The problem with these other conventions is they give you information overload, okay? It's so much data that you're basically swimming in a sea of information. We're going to do things very differently. We're only going to cover the most important things that make a huge difference. Now, there are 3 very powerful strategies that we're going to be talking about at the summit that you will not find in any of my YouTube videos. Number 1 is on memory. I'm going to be showing you something very cool to dramatically increase your memory and concentration that's going to blow you away. And number 2, I'm going to show you how to increase your stress tolerance so you are completely calm all the time. All right? And number 3, and most importantly, if you have a slow metabolism, if you've dieted for a long time, and everything is kind of just really slow, I'm going to show you how to get complete control over your metabolism so you can literally turn up the dial as high as you want and control as much weight as you want to lose. And these 3 things are just a tiny bit of what you're going to learn in the summit. So click the link below, get signed up, and I will see you in October.